Hi there, my name is Bethany Hipple, and I'm a technical instructor at DBT Labs. This video is for DBT Cloud administrators and BigQuery administrators, covering how to set up BigQuery permissions and projects in order to use DBT Cloud successfully. First, I'm going to go to my console.cloud.google.com and go into my raw data project. Here, I need to make sure that I have the appropriate role in order to create service accounts and add principals. Let's go over to our navigation menu and go into IAM and admin. And this will show me the list of users for this project and their current role. So here I am the owner of this BigQuery project. So I have the appropriate permissions to create service accounts and to create principals. If you don't have access to that role, we recommend reaching out to your BigQuery administrator and working together to get those right permissions. To get started with our data, we'll need to answer a few questions about our particular use case. First, where will our raw data be loaded? And where do I want my transform data to be stored? We often see that teams use two different projects in BigQuery, one for their raw data storage and one for their transform data. In this use case, we'll use this project raw data, where some sample data has been loaded. We'll pretend that this is actual data that's been loaded by a tool like Fivetran or Stitch. Let's check out some of that sample data. Over here in my navigation menu, we'll click into BigQuery. And let's open up our data sets here. For this particular use case, we'll use the TPCH sample data, and I have some of these tables already loaded into this data set. Again, we'll pretend that this is real data for our use. All right. Now, I need to think about where my transform data is going to be stored. I want this to be in a different BigQuery project called Analytics. Let's go over here to see all the projects that we have listed. I don't currently have an Analytics project, so let's go ahead and create one. We'll select New Project at the top, and I want to call this Analytics. I have this stored in my company's organization and location. You will want yours stored appropriately. Let's go ahead and click Create. Excellent. Let's go into that particular BigQuery project. Since I've just created this project, I don't have any data yet, but we will take a look at that in a later video. In order to use DBT Cloud with BigQuery, we need to create a service account. So let's go ahead and do that now. We'll go back to our navigation menu, go into IAM and admin, and find service accounts. Since we've just created this project, we don't have any current service accounts. So let's go ahead and create one now. We'll click Create Service Account at the top. This is going to be a generic user. So anyone on my team could use this service account. So we'll call it DBT user, and we'll put developer in DBT Cloud. Create and continue. Now I need to select a role for this particular service account. I have to remind myself I'm in the analytics project. This is where my transform data will be stored. And I need this service account to be able to create tables, create data sets, run jobs on a schedule. So we need to give this particular account two roles. One is our BigQuery data editor role, which will allow this user to create data sets and tables. Let's add another role for the use of job orchestration, the BigQuery job user. Excellent. Let's go ahead and click continue. This is optional, so you don't need to fill it out. And let's click done. Here, BigQuery has given me a username for this service account, and I can use this particular email to add to my DBT Cloud project. We'll do that in a later video, but for now, I will need to copy this email because I need this service account to also be a user in my raw data project. Let's go ahead and go back to our raw data project. Here, I don't want to create a new service account. I want to add the service account that I've already created as a new principal. So let's go back to our navigation menu and we'll go into IAM. And at the top, we'll click Grant Access. And here under New Principals, we'll paste that email address that we were created for that service account. I need to select a role for this service account. In this particular project, raw data, I need this service account only to be able to read the data that exists. So I don't need an editor permission. I just need a viewer permission. So let's go ahead and find the BigQuery data viewer role. Excellent. Let's go ahead and save that. So here I see the service account that I've just created now exists in my raw data project as a BigQuery data viewer. So we've created a service account in the place we want our transform data to be stored. We've added that service account as a user in our raw data project. The process to add real users to our project is the same way. I would type that individual's email here and grant them access in a similar way. In the next video, we'll take a look at how to add this service account credentials to DBT Cloud.